Hey, good evening. Town attorney asked me to read this before meetings now, so I'll read it. I call this February 12th, 2026 meeting of the Abington Zoning Board of Appeals to order. Time is 7:00 p.m. My name is Richard Peterson. I am the chair of the board presently and will be presiding over the meeting this evening. This meeting is being recorded for broadcast by Abington Community Access and Media Incorporated. Is anyone else recording the meeting? No. Okay. The other members of the board are Robert Manning, Richard Negrelli, Andrew Burbine, and Andrew
Leprell. Yep, there you go.
And Robert Manning is not in attendance tonight. Assisting the board is the zoning enforcement officer, Nick Jenks. As a reminder, all documents must have been submitted to the board prior to tonight's hearing. Documents that are offered at tonight's meeting will be accepted by the board, but the hearing will be continued to give the board and the public adequate time to review new materials. The first items on our agenda are the approval of minutes from December 11th, 2025 and January 8th, 2026. I don't think we have three members that were here for the December 11th meeting.
Do you know?
Should we postpone that again?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, until Bob can come. For the January 8th, 2026 meeting, I think we have people required to vote on this.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the January 8, 2026 meeting.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. All
I'm
right.
going to abstain.
What's that?
I'm going to abstain
Oh, yeah,
because I wasn't here. So.
right.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's now just past 7:01 p.m. The first regular item on our agenda is the petition of Jeremy Alcius. What's that? Okay, you're for a variance under 175-47B for a driveway closer than 3 feet to the side lot line. The property is located at 89 Block Street on Assessor's Map 22 Lot 60 in the high-density residential R20 zone. I'd like to have you come up to the podium, one or both of you, and let us know your name and address for the recording. Just tell us what you're doing and why we should consider it.
Who's going to be the?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Whitney Elsie. This is my husband, Jeremy Alciers. We moved in Abington in September, and during the snow time, it was very hard for us for the driveway because the gravel driveway, we cannot shovel the driveway. And for example, we got a neighbor, her husband just passed away, and she asked her for a favor to watch the kids, and she's pregnant. And she's unable to go to her house because only snow, we cannot shovel the driveway. That's why we asked a favor to get an asphalt driveway instead of the gravel driveway.
Okay. And so asphalt driveway, and it's going to be closer than 3 feet to the side lot line, right?
Excuse me, so there's, I don't know who took that measure, but that measure is incorrect. So it's about 8 to 10 feet from the side of my neighbor's 91 Block Street. So when I received the letter say less than 3 feet, I say, no, that's incorrect. But I was trying to contact the town, but I was unsuccessful. So it's processed through the standard, but it's not. It's like 8 to 10 feet.
Okay.
So that's the measure between the fence and the driveway. Because there's flowers they plant. The flowers on the side of the fence is more than 3 feet from the fence to the side.
The property lines are usually not the fence though, correct?
No.
Can't put up, yeah.
So, just to clarify on this one, when this home was built, before they owned it, they came to the zoning board. There used to be a house, from looking back, close to the street, non-conforming in a series of ways. The board issued a variance to put it back here. An as-built was done as part of that, building permit process. The driveway was required to be gravel due to neighbor complaints about runoff they were concerned about at the time. Seems to be what led to that. I put the decision from back then
Yeah.
in your packet.
So they already have the variance, right, for the,
So they have the variance
For the
for that,
size?
with it, for everything as is, but with it being gravel.
Right.
They want to do asphalt. I thought the best way would be to kind of reissue the variance.
Yeah.
Without that requirement to have it be gravel.
does it actually say gravel?
It says.
It
It
is
says
gravel.
impervious,
It's like
impervious
impervious,
surface.
yeah, which usually means,
Provisions added to account for impervious surface.
Okay.
Which was, they had an updated plan where they marked it up and changed that to be a gravel driveway. And they
okay.
also shrunk it a little bit.
so they were concerned about drainage.
At the time, it was, I believe neighbors came concerned about runoff to their property. And then it looks like by the minutes, the applicant said we can switch it to gravel, and the neighbor seemed happy with that. I mean,
Have the
I don't
neighbors all been notified of this one?
all the neighbors were notified. I haven't heard from any of them, and unless that's why Sean's here, I don't think anyone's here to
Because-
speak to it, against it.
Just on their actual, on their application, they don't cite any provision that they're seeking relief from.
Yeah, I think there might have been a little confusion about what they were applying for.
Okay.
Also, the as-built doesn't include any statement about the lot coverage, if you're gonna have an asphalt driveway plus or maybe I missed it.
I don't think it shows a percentage on here, no.
Do we need that to consider for a variance?
I mean, generally a gravel driveway, I would also consider as part of their lot coverage already.
Okay.
If somebody was coming to this independent, I wouldn't consider this to be a change in lot coverage.
I have a
personally.
picture. I don't know if you want to see it.
No, it's okay.
Oh, it's okay. All right.
So
I
this
drove
is
by it today.
just to change the driveway surface, correct? It's within the existing dimensions of the driveway?
That's what they've presented to me, yeah.
Okay.
You guys can certainly condition.
Based on this as-built?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so in
guys
other
can
words,
certainly
it's gonna be
condition
this,
to make sure
it's
that
gotta
that's
be
the
the
case.
same as it's written out here.
Yeah, I assume they'd use kind of that gravel as a base to then pave. Right?
So there wouldn't be any change in the driveway the way you're showing us here, right?
This,
So this is the goal, right? But asphalt instead of gravel.
Yeah.
The same driveway you have.
yeah, the same.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
the same place. Just,
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Come on, Monish.
Any issues with water on the lot or anything like that? Flooding in the
No,
basement?
no.
So do we know if the driveway is more than 3 feet from the lot line?
Here's the
I mean,
picture.
based on the as-built, it is within 3 feet.
It is.
I mean,
Oh.
And is there a problem
Is
that,
the
is there,
see the dimension, is the dimension on there? See it on
is there a problem that they didn't check off variance for the paperwork?
I mean, that's what the hearing was and everything. I don't,
There was notice in the, yeah,
He
in
is
the actual,
noticing-
it was
All right,
publicized
he is
as a
noticing,
variance.
okay, all right, very good.
So we're just really amending the existing variance to change the surface.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, an amended issue a fresh one seemed like the easiest way to do it, but
And there's no one here to, yeah, there's no.
doesn't appear so.
If it's a new one, just.
I feel your pain, I understand the
Yeah,
the
because,
stones.
yeah, it's very hard for us.
Very
My
hard
son
I
has to
mean,
go to
the long
school.
driveway,
Yeah.
trying to plow it or clean it out during the winter
It's like a
time.
mud now.
Right,
my son fell already twice already. Just to bring him outside.
and just walking on it. can
Yeah,
be-
Yeah.
you have to work on it and like, he fell twice. So.
I've seen a few houses that have gone from stone to asphalt without coming from this board. So, I mean, I can understand
Yeah,
why
they-
people would want to go to asphalt
Yeah.
over the stone.
Yeah,
I understand.
they brought it to me.
At least they're doing the right thing by coming forward and asking.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it started. They asked, and usually when something's gravel, it's for a reason. I
Right.
did a little research and quickly found it was a condition when they got the approval, and
Okay.
it, not them, but
All right.
the builder of the time.
And how old is the home again?
2013
Yeah, it's
built.
been into that, like,
So it's been there, it's no problem, everything's going good, that's fine. Yep. This is like
Do we have any more questions for them?
No?
I don't.
No, I'm just,
Procedurally, what would be,
Yeah.
because there's so much in this existing variance, I don't know if you'd be better off just amending that to change that one condition,
Exactly.
so as you didn't, yeah.
otherwise you have to go back and.
Yeah,
Prove
just
every-
add that right back into the,
Can we add on to this variance? I mean, just like, is that okay? Instead of going?
yeah, I mean, the decision letter can certainly reference it and
Yeah.
then kind of attach it, have it as an attachment and
Yeah.
just kind of point out that you only want to change that one part of it.
Okay.
I think that's it.
I would entertain a motion to close the public part of the hearing.
So moved. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, anything? No?
Okay. All right.
Are you sure?
Back to you?
Did I hear it?
I move,
You
take
said?
a motion to close it.
All right.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right, now we're gonna talk amongst ourselves.
All right.
You can sit down if you'd like.
All right, thank
If we have-
you.
If we have any more questions, I guess we'll have to reopen.
I
it, but
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, with this variance, I don't see it being anything out of the ordinary. I mean, the house is already built.
Yep.
Basically, I know gravel driveways this long, and with all the snow that we've been having, this could be a real pain in the neck.
Yep.
You can't use a snow blower on it, if you plow on it, you're pushing all the stones all over the place. It's a safety issue too, when you think about it.
Yep.
You get it?
No, I think it's fine,
Any
based
further-
on the fact that there was prior variance.
Right, exactly. Right.
Right, as long as, I'm glad that Nick clarified that it would already be included in lot coverage, and all they're doing is putting a different surface on it.
Yep.
So, any further discussion? Entertain a motion to, and I believe Andy is going to be voting on this one.
Good, Amy. Do your lawyer stuff.
Yeah. How do we want to do this? We want to do it as an amendment to the existing variance?
I think that's probably the cleanest way.
I make a motion on the petition of Jeremy, how do you say your last name? Alces, for a variance under 175-47B for a driveway closer than 3 feet to the side lot line, that we grant the variance by amending the prior variance, which is dated March 30th, 2011, allowing for, what do we call that? Paved?
Asphalt?
Yeah, asphalt.
Asphalt, paved asphalt driveway, as opposed to the impervious surface driveway.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
The, by
Get a decision
sometime
in?
next
Yep.
week,
We'll have a decision letter for you
Gotta
next
wait,
week.
What, 20 days or whatever?
Yeah, there's a 20, if you guys want to swing by, I'll explain the whole thing to you.
All right, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Take care now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
Yep,
luck.
good luck.
okay, the second
This one,
item on the agenda is on the petition of Barry and Karen Clark Irrevocable Trust for variance under 175-29 for lot area, Lot 1 from 30,000 square feet to 16,214 square feet, and Lot 2 from 30,000 square feet to 15,823 square feet. The property is located at 42 Norton Avenue on Assessor's Map 46, Lot 122, in the medium-density residential R30 zone. Please tell us who you are and why you're here.
Good evening, my name is Attorney Sean Riley, the law office in 500 Washington Street, Abington, and I'm here representing Barry and Karen Clark. They own it under a family trust, this property at 42 Norton Avenue. I've submitted with my application a description of the current property and what their proposal is, including I think you all got a copy of the PMP plan that was drawn on Valentine's Day of 2022 that shows the proposed 2 lots. I also submitted, attached to my application, a copy of the assessor's plan, which shows that, for those of you not aware, Norton Ave is a dead-end street. A lot of people don't know where it is. It's off of Plymouth Street near the train tracks. There's only really 4 or 5 houses on Norton Avenue, and this house is the last house on the left, a dead-end street. What we are proposing is to create lots that would be essentially greater, larger than every other lot on the street with the exception of one. There is no 30,000 square foot lot on the street. The 2 lots that we are proposing also conform with the frontage requirements, whereas the other existing lots don't. So in essence, the 2 lots that we're proposing would be more conforming than all of the other houses, house lots on Norton Avenue as it is. I also submitted with the application a 2-page letter that describes Mr. and Mrs. Clark's situation and their hardships. For privacy reasons, I won't get into too much detail on cable TV, but it is there on the record. I'm happy to answer any questions. They authorized me to talk as freely as you'd like me to. Mr. Clark was going to try to come tonight, but I spoke to him this afternoon, and frankly, well, I can mention, as you know, he has Raynaud's syndrome is one of his afflictions, and it's just too cold. As he describes it, it's like walking on blisters for him. So he was not able to come, nor his wife. The property is unique because it is not only a dead-end street, but obviously it's surrounded on 2 sides by a cemetery. And I don't know if there's any other lot in Abington like that. What we're proposing would not be a substantial detriment or derogate from the bylaw, because the lots that we're proposing would conform to all of the other lots, or at least complement all of the other lots, and in fact, would be slightly larger than all of the other lots. There would be no additional growth. The lot is already fenced in. So what we're looking at is, with the proposed lots at 16,214 and 15,823, that exceeds the other house lots of 14,235, 13,300, 10,019, and across the street is the lot, it's kind of an odd-shaped lot with 18,590. So, and again, our frontage required is 110. The lots would be 115 and 130 feet wide, so they would comply. The only variance needed to do this is for lot area. I think the plan shows you a perfect description, or at least a visualization of what's being proposed, and the assessor's plan that I submitted, I think, gives you an idea of how it, again, kind of conforms with the neighborhood and would not create any sort of serious derogation. I know there's always a concern that the boards don't want to set any sort of precedent. I think this is a unique situation, given that it is surrounded by a cemetery, and because of the medical hardships, I won't go into more detail on that, the issues that this family is having. I don't think you're going to see this fact pattern repeat itself very often in other neighborhoods. A dead-end street, a cemetery, and the afflictions that both the owners are being subjected to at this point in time. As you know, this was something that, per my letter, this isn't something that they just did yesterday. This is something that they were thinking about doing 3 years ago, to try to see if their son could move in next to them to try to help take care of them. There was another turn of events in the family where that couldn't happen, and now they're in a situation where they have to essentially leave New England and go south. They met with some doctors down in the Carolinas, and Mrs. Clark is very happy with the doctors that are down there, so which makes her husband feel good. They plan to have some family members and brothers come. They can't fly, so they're gonna drive down starting Friday night, tomorrow night. So the application's there on the table for you. I think we check all the boxes. I do recognize that I'm sensitive to not setting precedent for undersized lots, but again, these lots would not be undersized in the neighborhood that they're sitting in, and they would certainly have the sufficient width that it would fit well and not be an aberration to our bylaw. So with that, I'm open to questions, but I hope the board will look favorably on the requested lot area variances.
Well, I think you hit it pretty dead on. I mean, basically, you're taking a conforming lot and making it a non-conforming lot. And it's something I personally worry about as a board member. I'm not trying to be heartless or anything, I'm just saying out loud that it's something that we usually do not see on this board come in front of this board. I would like to see what Amy has to say about the whole situation. I agree with you a lot of things here, though. If you look at this street, you have different size lots. This is probably the biggest lot. But still, the thing that, as you said, was the conforming lot turned into a non-conforming lot and setting a precedence. And I understand what this situation is different, but what's gonna stop someone else from coming in and saying you did it for this area here? So I just wanna be careful on making a decision on this right away. I'm just,
No, I mean, those were, I mean, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. No,
I mean, those
I'm-
were, I mean, my thoughts, obviously, I'm extremely sympathetic to, your clients under the circumstances, but we had a case very similar to this a few years ago where it was a corner lot. They wanted to subdivide it. The father had a degenerative condition. He wanted the daughter to move in to build a house next to him. It was zoned for, it was on a corner of two zoning areas. It complied with the side street. It didn't comply, the lot size wouldn't have complied with the street it was on. Amy was actually here for that meeting because we had something before it, and she basically said that there's no precedent that allows us to carve up a conforming lot into two non-conforming lots, and it's legally indefensible, and that we can't essentially base hardships on personal circumstances, because then we're left in a position where we have to judge, you know what I mean, whatever tragedy might be going on, and then how do we assess that with any objective criteria? So
do we remember the outcome?
we denied it because Amy was here and basically said, or gave us her strong legal recommendation that.
And I think, personally, being on this board, that we should consult Amy on this, just,
Can I, were there neighbors in attendance at that?
The neighbors were all in attendance, and they all loved the daughter, and they all said, we fully support this. I remember there must have been 10 or 12 neighbors here who wanted it to take place.
because again, as a board, we usually have the opposite brought in front of us, where they're looking non-conforming, they're trying to do something, not taking a conforming lot and cut it into non-conforming. That's, I'm not trying to be heartless or anything, but I just think we should think more on this before we, that's my thought.
I had one question on the petition and this plan exact as it was presented. It says proposed Norton Avenue extension. If we are indeed going to consider this, who would do that extension? Is that up to the town, or is that up to
It would be-
whoever would buy the lot?
I'm not representing the clocks for the sale, they have their own attorney, I'm just helping out with the zoning. Norton Avenue, the pavement already goes just beyond the Clark's house.
Yeah, I was there today, yep.
Okay,
I
so
turned around in that little extra.
there you go.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how much pavement would have to be extended. If it was significant, I'd have to work potentially with the planning board and Nick if anything was needed, but that hasn't been decided because the house hasn't been laid out yet.
And should we read into the record that we received correspondence from the town planner?
Yes. Yeah, I don't
I don't have a copy of that.
The email?
I can read it if you'd like, or you can read it.
You can read it, just send it to me. This is from Liz Shea, the town planner, from Thursday, February 5th, 3:14 PM. Good afternoon. On behalf of the planning board, I want to thank you for the opportunity to comment on the petitions submitted to your hearing. The planning board discussed the petitions before the ZBA on February 12th, 2026. They asked me to convey their concerns about the petition for 42 Norton Ave. They're concerned that the applicant seeks to split a conforming lot into two much smaller non-conforming lots, and that if approved, this may lead to others seeking the same relief. Thank you again for the opportunity to comment. Liz Shade, Town Planner, Abington, MA.
And I did receive a copy of that, and to which I then responded to the town planner. When the planning board reviews the agenda, that's all they see is the agenda. So if you read the agenda only, you would not know the backstory, you would not know what the other lots sizes are on this street, how they're all smaller lots than 30,000 square feet, and you wouldn't know the story. So I sent a complete copy of my zoning application, the letter from the Clarks, the assessor's information, and I asked her to distribute it to the planning board, because I appear before this board and the planning board enough that I would expect that they would say, on its face, doesn't seem like it was something. I think you guys know me well enough that I don't bring a case here that I think I'm gonna just get shot down and laughed out of the room. This one, I think, I understand that, if, you know, the law of variances should be given out seldomly. And, you know, I understand Attorney Questle would say it won't set up to appeal, but I can tell you, knowing the Clarks and knowing their neighbors, this is not gonna get appealed. The neighbors are all in favor of this. The Clarks have been working on this, as you can see, for 3 years. No one here objecting. I mean, if I didn't
Yeah.
think I had to bring them here with me tonight, but this is a situation that on its face, if you look at those plans, you're creating lots that frankly look like if you were to take Norton Street right now
Right.
and cut it up, that's how it would be cut
And
up.
that's how it was back then. Correct. I mean, they would build on small lots like that. I'm just concerned, I really think we should have Amy take a look at this before we vote on it. That's my thought.
So, do we have any more direct questions?
No.
If not, I would entertain a motion to close the public.
I would only say,
Probably have to,
Well, we'll have to
if we're
continue.
gonna continue
Yeah, we
it, to
can't.
have Amy look at it, we
Yeah.
wouldn't wanna close the
Right,
public
right.
portion,
It's
yeah.
true. Yeah, I agree with the idea of consulting Amy, because this, you know, I'm very sympathetic to their medical
Yes,
issues.
so-
My mother had Raynaud's, that's not a joke, man. And she lived in Minnesota, so, yeah, not fun.
and leukemia, and a pacemaker.
I understand.
And-
We're not trying to be.
I know you're not, and I'm
Well,
not, and I want to be clear too. I'm not here on that reason alone.
Yes, yes.
You're not, I don't expect you to throw
No,
the
I-
zoning bylaw
yeah.
out because of their situation.
Right, yes.
But I do think what we're asking for is not unreasonable, that it fits in that neighborhood.
It
And that-
definitely, as you present it, as it was, yeah, it does fit. But in the other, again, we have to watch out what we do here.
100%.
As a board. And I think it's advisable that we talk to the lawyer about it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And again, I'm not being heartless or anything, I just been on the board a while, and I know it's always the opposite. It's never,
Yep.
let's split up and make a non-conforming.
Would you agree with the idea of us giving a continuance or creating a continuance for this?
I don't think I have an option really.
No, but.
No, yes,
But
I
somebody
mean,
has to sign the thing allowing us to continue.
it is time sensitive. Obviously, in a perfect world, you guys would have a positive vote tonight. And they would know, heading down Carolinas, that they're okay. I told them I'd call them before 8 o'clock tonight and tell them what's going on.
Again, I just feel like we need to go an extra step on this one, just to double check our work and
Yep.
make sure it's nothing against anybody at all. It's just,
And I won't describe it that way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that you were heartless, you know,
No,
that's
no.
not what's happening here.
Right.
You guys have a role to play, and I have a role to
Yeah.
play, and, as does town council.
Yes.
And I'm sure she's gonna tell you have a right to say no, and you have a right to say yes.
I just want her input on this, this actual,
Yes. I'm hoping in the end that you guys will find that this specific property and this specific petition is unique, which frankly has to be. And that if someone else did come to you later and say, hey, I just want to cut my lot back, you could say, no, this was a situation where we had a dead end, a cemetery, and every single other house on the lot was smaller, non-conforming, or less conforming than these lots.
Okay.
So I think it's teed up for you, and I hope that you'll think positively about it.
yeah, I think we feel better about just having Amy take a look at it
Yep.
in our decision.
We're
And,
in February right now, so it'd be March, right?
Yeah, March 12th.
Weird, same day.
Yeah, the exactly 4-week month. It's all the
Is it
same
really?
day next month, yeah.
That's right.
All right,
Okay.
that's okay with you?
Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure I'm free that night. I am, so I'd be happy to come back in. Can I ask you, I don't think it's worth me bringing the neighbors out, because that's not gonna sway you either way. It's still gonna be how you apply.
Whatever they want to do, we're here.
Okay.
We're here, we're gonna be here, and whatever shows up, it's fine, either way,
Okay,
whatever you want to do.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you. It's,
Yeah,
So I am
All in favor of continuing this for
Aye.
the March 12th?
So I would entertain a motion to continue this hearing until the March 12th meeting.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Just let them know, no new notice will be issued.
I wouldn't think, we don't have to, when you continue something, we don't have to put a new notice out.
No,
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 no.
just read it into the record that.
So if somebody's watching this at home, they
Yeah.
understand they're not gonna get re-notified.
Oh, yeah, there will be no further notices on this matter prior to the March 12th zoning board of appeals meeting. It's the process we use.
Did you vote? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
continued, yep.
thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
All right, thank you, Sean.
Having concluded the agenda items for tonight, I would entertain a motion to close tonight's meeting.
I second.
Well, I have to have a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
There you go, sorry about that. I second.
All in favor?
Aye.